Hello, it's Jenny Moores here. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm here today to show you a project with the Timeless Tulips bundle. This was my Spring Extravaganza project, and this is the video for project number 1 if you were attending. So the bundle is the stamp set's called the Timeless Tulips, and it's bundled together with the tulip builder punch. Okay, so in the stamp set you get 3 tulips. The larger tulip you can punch out with the matching punch, and you get 3 leaves, and it's this leaf with the fatter bulge at the bottom that you can punch out with the punch as well. The others you have to cut out. It's got quite a few sentiments, and then it has 2 stems. One's a straighter one and one's got a slight bend to it, but they both work well together. Alright, so the sentiments are really lovely and useful, and in my 2 projects for the Extravaganza I've only used this stamp set. Okay, so let's just put them to one side. The pack, if you did get my class in the box in the post, will look like that. So on one side it's got the instructions, and inside, I'll just open this one, you should have the following bits hopefully. Alright, so in the pack you'll have this little pack clear bag with all the pieces to make this card. Okay, this is just a simple card, a nice hello card with the bunch of tulips on the front. Okay, now the things that I did use extra, which are the stamp sets. So I've used Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, Daffodil Delight. On this card I used Garden Green, and I've used Old Olive on project 2. Okay, so they're the 5 stamps colours of the ink pads that I did use. Then the embossing folder is the Layered Leaves 3D one, which gives you a lovely 3D, lots of different leaves all over the background. And then this is on project 2, but I'll just show you at the same time, Parisian Flourish embossing folder, which is another 3D one. It's a 6x6 folder. And then the dies that I've used, so I've cut them all out for you, but if you wanted to make this on your own, I use the Ornate Layered dies, which are available in pre-order if you're a demonstrator at the moment, but they will be available to customers from next month. Okay, so they're lovely, they're really nice, different outside ones. And for this card in the project 1, I've used this tall rectangle one. And then last pack of dies I've used are the Stitch So Sweetly ones, which I've used these 2 rectangle for sentiments, which are really useful. Okay, so let's get going. So I'll just show you, I won't do any stamping, I'm just going to show you the bits in the pack. So you've got a basic white base card, and then a 14.3 by 10 embossed layer with the leaves. So you're going to stick that down flat, and then you've got the die cut, which you're going to stamp the 3 stems on and a couple of the leaves, and then that's going to get popped up onto the Calypso Coral layer, and that's going to go central in your base card. Okay, and then you can stamp the sentiment on the little rectangle die, and that's popped up with 3D foam pads, and then I did you a little bow which you can add with a mini glue dot. Now for the stamping for this card, you need 2 of the larger tulips in Daffodil Delight, 1 of the medium ones in Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. Now you can punch these 2 out, but these ones you have to cut out, and they were all popped up with the 3D dimensionals. Now if I just explain quickly about the punch, when you turn it over, when you stamp tulips, you need to punch from the left hand side of the strip. Okay, so if I just show you, if you stamped on the right hand side, when you go and punch, it punches out this leaf as well. So if you stamped a whole row of tulips and started punching from the right, you would punch into the second image that you stamped. So you need to stamp and punch from the left hand side, and see, once you've punched it out, you can carry on and punch to the second one. All right, so, and then you can cut out these 2 little tulips for this card. So what I did with the big tulips, if you can see, I 3D'd them up. So on one of them I've just cut down into the central bit. You can see the stamped image, and I've just used a pair of scissors, and I've just followed the white line into the V, and then come up the other side. All right, and you're going to 3D that up, and then you'll see that this is 3D'd up. Okay, so that's all it is on one card. A nice simple card. Be lovely to, you know, pop into a neighbour's door with your details if they need any help or anything at this moment, you know, or just a normal hello card. It can put happy birthday inside or any message. It's just a simple card. Okay, so that's the card in this project 1. Now the second project is a bit more involved. Now it's this Posy of tulips. All right, so you can see there, it's hard to show you under the camera, but I'll be doing photos as well to go with this video. All right, so each posy is held in a tin. Well, they're called plant pots, and I got them from IKEA. And there's 2 sizes. For my table decorations I used a larger one, and you can see the number here. Alright, so I think that was 12 centimetres, yeah, 12 centimetres. And the one I've used for this project is the 9 centimetre one. So exactly the same design. I think they might do another design as well, but I just like the little bird on this one, it's really lovely. Alright, so this one's the 9 centimetre one. And I just got off Amazon these little round oasis pieces. All right, so that is just stuck in there. It's not glued down or anything. It's literally just in there. All right, so the weight of the tulips, you know, sort of holds it down. So for each tulip you need to stamp 6, but in your pack I've given you 4 of each colour. Whoops. So I gave you 4 so saffron, 4 petal pink, 4 calypso coral, pool party, and some garden green. All right, so in your pack you should have had a little bag of these florist wires. They're about 6 inches tall, and this is just florist tape. All right, so it's not double-sided sticky, but it just sort of holds itself. I don't know if you've ever done florist stuff. I can't get the cover off, but it's just sort of like a bit like crepe paper, but it sort of sticks to itself. All right, so be careful. You know you've only got one reel in your pack. If you need more, then you can order that off Amazon as well. Just type in Florist Tape. Okay. So if I just show you how to make them. So if you haven't got the ink pads for these cardstock colours, what I suggest you do is use Versamark ink pad, because then it will come out just a watermark colour, so you'll get it similar to, but probably not as dark. Okay, but I've used the same matching colour ink pad to the cardstock. Okay, so on each strip you're going to stamp 8 large tulips. All right, and don't forget I said to you punch from the left hand side, because if you punch from the right hand side, see, you're going to punch into the next tulip. So punch on the left hand side for the tulips. Okay, and so each individual tulip is, you need 6. All right, so this is what just one of the ones in the tin looks like, so you can see it looking like that. Okay, all right, and this has got the florist tape on it. All right, so punch 6, and then you're going to fold them in half. 4, 5, 6, and if you just think of a horrible putting together a made up cigarette, so just put your fingers in there and fold the tulip in half. All right, you can do it with a bone folder if you want, but it really is quick and easy to do it like that. So you need 6. All right, so if you put 3 together, fold them like that, and then you need some Tombow glue and a piece of double-sided tape. All right, so you're going to glue 3 together at one time. So on one side of the 3, of one side of 2 of them of the 3, put glue on, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put one on top of each other. Yeah, and then a third one. So just line up the little points like that on the end. Give it a good old squidge. All right, and then it 3Ds out like that. Okay, so do that one to the other ones. So put them on top, put the third one on, and hold them together so you can get the points really together. So you've got 2 like that. All right, so if you turn them over, now you're going to put a piece of double-sided tape down the centre of the back of each one. Try and take the backing off of one of them. All right, and then you're going to take one of your wires and you're going to lay it down the spine. All right, and then you're going to put glue on the other sides of the spine. All right, take the tape off of the second one. Okay, and then you're going to put it on top, press down in the middle, and then you can fan it open. All right, and there's your tulip. Do a bit neater than what I've done it there. Okay, and then what you're going to do, you're going to get your florist tape, and you're going to start at the top and just wrap it round a few times. All right, and then you're going to pull it, and as you do it, you're going over the next one and just keep rolling it down. It just makes it a bit more livelier, you know, than a little bit of wire stuck on a bit of cardstock. All right, and then you can rip that off. Alright, so it just gives it a bit more oomph to it, makes it a bit more live looking. I know it's a bit cardstock, but and then what I did, I've added some leaves to the stems to bulk it out. So when you're stamping your leaves, do a whole strip of them, and this time you're going to punch the leaves from the right hand side. So the leaves are punched from the right, the tulip is punched from the left, and then you can punch. See, if you started on here on the left, you would punch through the stamped ones. Okay, so the leaves are on the right, the tulips on the left. Okay, so punch out a couple of those, and then you can just use a mini glue dot to add them to the stem of the tulip. Okay, so just add a couple of glue dots, like this one I'm going to add on the front because I want to stick it behind. Alright, so there you go, there's your little 3D tulip. Now when I put it in the tins, I started in the middle, pushed it all the way in, and then I did all 5. You need to have 5 of each colour. Okay, so although there was only 4 strips of paper, because you can get 8 on each piece, that's enough to make 5 tulips. Okay, so when you start off with 1 colour in the middle, then 4 each going round, and then fill in with all the other colours, so that you build up a nice display. All right, for my bigger pot, I did use these kebab sticks, and the same thing what I did with the florist tape. Add them to the stem. See, this is tall. You can see the height. I'll do it that way. All right, you can see they're much higher. So the kebab stick, the tulip was exactly the same on the top, but I did the pointy end inside, and then you can either wrap the florist tape around the wooden stick, or you can actually colour these in using your ink pads or re-inkers, going down with a dauber if you haven't got any of the florist tape. Okay, so you can still get the same sort of colour. So that's it for project 1. I hope you get on alright, but I'm always here, so you can find me on my blog www.stampinmoments.blogspot.com, or you can find me on the Facebook Jenny Moore's Independent Demonstrator, or Instagram Stampin Moments, and you can email me jennymoores@aol.com, or if you want to shop with me at Stampin' Up, it's jennymoores.stampinup.net. Okay then, thanks a lot, see you soon, bye.